guys, welcome back
to the
Awkward Tapes. That was awkward enough to start this episode. This is episode 24. The Awkward Tapes, as we're awkward friends. We're talking about awkward, have awkward conversations about awkward things.
Very awkward.
Yeah, and I mean sometimes not so awkward. Most of the time, you can get pretty awkward.
Most of the time it's just us.
Yeah, it's just us.
Yep.
Awkward head right here. Awkward bald head. That's pretty awkward in itself.
Awkward
You know what?
haired
We
head.
should come up with a challenge, see how many episodes we can do without mentioning the bald.
We can't.
Zero.
Actually,
Zero.
Already lost.
I just thought of it.
What?
I just thought of a T-shirt idea.
What? Oh.
Hashtag Team Bald or hashtag Team Haired.
Oh my gosh.
Except
Zach
we need
versus
a,
everyone else.
Bald army.
Oh,
Bald.
okay. Here, also, we have some awkward thoughts, don't we, Presley?
We do. Okay.
Awkward thoughts. Da-da-da.
Okay. Just think about this.
You say that every time like we're not going to
You're not.
think about
You judge me so quickly.
I do.
But
We do.
Have
it's
reason.
if you think about it, it's weird. Have you ever thought about how it's just weird that there's this big thing in the sky and we can't look at it?
No.
Well, you can.
You can.
Oh, the
you're
sun.
not-
Yeah, like there's this.
Wait, Zach, what do you think about this?
I don't know why I thought
Well,
planes.
The plane. No, look at the plane.
who raised you to think you can't look at planes?
I don't know.
I was always told never look at the sun.
It'll blind you.
I don't know. Just
It's
ask,
up there.
Ask God. He made
Well,
it.
you can look at the sun if you want to. Your eyes will start to hurt.
Dear
Yeah.
I actually used to
sweet
do that.
baby Jesus.
See if it
Why
hurts.
not?
Why did you make us the world's worst screensaver? Thank you.
Greens.
What?
Screensaver.
It's the most boring screensaver in the world.
What,
Just
the
the
sun?
The sun?
Actually, I think that's our fault. Anyway, so yeah, I just thought that was weird. There's just this big,
Ball of
blatantly
fire.
obvious ball
Yeah.
of fire in the sky, and we can't look at it. It's like,
that's
hey,
fair.
here's this thing. Don't look
So,
at it. You'll go
Would you
blind.
rather it just be like light that just is there, and then it
We have
goes
to-
down?
I'm not saying
gotta
there's an
have something.
alternative.
Yeah.
I'm just saying it's weird how it's just there, but you can never look
Why
at
is it weird?
I don't know.
Did you guys know that if I heard somewhere, I
Sorry.
could be way off, but I heard somewhere if the sun was even like a few degrees off or even like a foot farther away, then we would be in total like ice age.
Would either burn up or freeze to death.
Yeah.
If it was just a little bit off, it's almost like it was put in its spot on purpose.
All right.
Well, I mean that's up to the viewer's discretion, but I mean it is pretty cool. I mean, great.
And everyone just clicked off.
Anyways,
That was
That was another
just lost
Presley thought that I'm just a little disappointed about, but
What I
the
here,
disgust.
what I want to know more about when we're talking about space, man, they did Pluto so dirty. I don't care if this is an old talking point. I'll talk about this for the
I
next
was
50
upset.
years.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous. They took away Pluto's status as a real planet, and they're like, oh no, it's a dwarf planet. You know what? Screw you and your dwarf planets. I want Pluto to be a real planet.
When I heard about that when I was a kid, I was actually upset. It was my favorite planet.
why?
Because it was the smallest.
Pluto's
I
the
don't know.
best.
I remember
It
even
was
thinking
just-
as a kid, I was like,
That's not
why,
fair.
why would you just make it a planet and then not make it a planet?
Yeah,
It's a planet.
Yeah.
it's a planet.
Then they're like, oh, well, it doesn't meet the qualifications. Like, you already named it a planet.
made
Just
it-
let it
You
be
made the
outlier.
qualifications.
Yeah.
Anyway,
I don't know how we got on that. Anyway,
I don't know. Well, yeah, I don't know. Hey guys, keep in mind 1,000 subscribers,
Yeah.
and we'll put out
I'll
a
take
little
my
merch.
shirt off.
Dude, we
Oh,
are
but-
not
oh.
going to shut
Well,
up.
Sorry.
We go
Well,
take
put-
that shirt off and put
on a-
awkward tape.
Yeah,
Yeah, put a
yeah,
different
yeah,
shirt on.
that's
Yeah.
what I meant. Yep.
yeah.
Yeah.
My God.
I mean, because I don't know about you guys, but like when I watch sometimes like YouTube channels, I don't subscribe. I'll watch them pretty
Yeah.
regularly.
Yeah.
I've actually started subscribing to the channels I watch because now that we do this,
Yeah.
I'm like that really helps out.
It does.
Yeah.
So
It does.
yeah, if you watch us and you don't subscribe, you should subscribe.
Plus, if you want that sweet merch, you kind of need
Yeah.
to subscribe.
Guys,
you
it's
know.
cheap merch.
Yeah.
It's
No,
And, well,
we're
as
not
cheap
much.
as it's gonna
That's-
get.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we're not making much off this. This
No,
is
we're
just
making.
Cents off the dollar.
Yeah, we're making
Yeah.
basically nothing off of
It's
it.
for you
Like,
guys.
The only reason why we're not making it lower is because then we'd lose money.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
Yeah, this is episode 23.
yes, sir.
23.
20. Wait, no,
24.
24. It's 24.
Episode
Are we
24.
sure?
Yeah.
Positive.
Ah,
We were on 21
welcome
last
to 24.
week. Yeah, dude.
Yeah,
This is
24.
24.
Okay, so
Yes.
welcome
know how to
to
count.
Yeah, welcome to episode 24 of the Awkward Tapes, and prepare yourself for a session of awkwardness.
Shimomski.
All right, we are back on the Reddit. Back
Shimomski.
on the Reddit. Ask Reddit. Subreddit.
Reddit. Sound like a freaking frog.
Well,
Do you
so,
read it?
So here's a good question, and because graduations are going on right now,
Yeah.
we are all out of high school. You're just barely out of high school, but you are out of high school. What advice would you give to people that are just now graduating high school?
Don't be afraid if you don't know where you're going.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's okay. You're young.
Absolutely.
You've got time to figure things out. Don't
Honestly.
do something just because
time.
it's an expectation or you
And that includes
feel pressured to.
Yeah, that includes a job you really don't want to take, a college you really don't want to go to. You are at a rare point in life where you can really do anything you want and have minimal consequences compared to the rest of your life, where you might have a spouse or kids or more responsibilities
Yeah.
or a house or
Yeah.
Yeah.
very
There was-
expensive things.
Yeah.
I mean, for example, Zach, to use you as an example, you started college, and then you just weren't feeling it, just weren't for you, so you didn't do it anymore.
Nope.
Had that job, and then out of nowhere, this thing that you're doing now came along, and now you love it.
Yeah,
You
I
just
got
never know.
I got really lucky. I feel blessed because I got an opportunity, and you know what? I'm taking a chance on my dreams, and now is the time to do it. There is no better time in your life than right now. So
Mhm.
Yep.
that's
You
like a
can
Gary
always-
Vee quote.
You can always change. I mean, you can always go back. and
Yeah,
zero,
you can
whatever.
always go the safer route. You can always choose something different. And
And this really is a straight Gary Vee quote, but you could literally mess up for 10 years of your life,
Yep.
starting at 20, be 30, and still young as heck.
Yep.
Yeah. That's the
That's the
censored
clean version.
Yeah.
I got another
But it's
one though.
true.
You need to job shadow.
Oh.
Okay.
That's a really good idea because then it helps you figure out what you want to do, and it more so helps you know what you don't want to do, because you might really like something and then you job shadow someone and it's not what you thought it was.
It
And you're
also
like-
looks good on a resume.
Yep.
Yeah,
Yep.
it's
Yeah.
also good to do
You know how
that.
many times I heard that growing up?
It looks good
On your resume.
I know, and you hate it when you hear it, and you're like, "Oh, just shut up! I'm so tired of hearing about it." But then when you actually get to this point, you're like, "Oh, I wish I had done that, so my resume would look better."
yeah,
Yeah, job shadowing, it's a pretty big deal.
No, it is. And then the only other thing I'd throw in there is obviously work hard. That's a dirda, but
Actually,
dirda.
off of that,
what, you're not even gonna let him
didn't
finish his
finish.
thought?
I thought that was
Evan,
it. I'm
I
sorry.
know exactly how you feel.
It's just the Evan. No,
I thought-
Presley.
I-
No, Presley.
no. I thought you were done. I'm sorry.
Rude.
Presley.
No. I'm
Just
No.
say your thought.
No,
Come on,
no.
it's okay. Let's do this.
no.
I'm stubborn.
Yes, you are.
If I say mine, will you say yours? I feel bad now.
Wanted you for the
This
love of all this
is
good.
awkward.
I don't even remember.
Oh my
my
gosh.
gosh.
Okay, the other thing I was gonna say. Okay, after this whole thing, obviously work hard, duh, and I was gonna say, if college isn't for you, don't feel pressured to go into college, especially a college that's
Yeah.
very expensive, because so many people are convinced that they need to go into college and they have to get this 4-year degree in something and they don't know about it. Like, if you're going to go to college first, make sure that,
Yeah.
I mean, do something that you like, but also have at least somewhat of a, good degree. Like, don't get a useless degree. And also, if you're going to college for a ton of debt, unless you're going to med school or you're going to go into law school or maybe you're an engineer or something, like, unless you're going for a specific job, if you're going to have a lot of debt, in all honesty, college probably isn't worth it. There are a lot of jobs you could get out there
Yeah.
just by working hard and climbing the ladder. To where, like, the whole reason why I'm going to college is because I'm in a very rare position to where through scholarships and part-time working and whatnot, I should be able to get out debt-free.
And that's
the whole
because
reason why I'm going to college.
You work hard though. Like you work
I
really
do. Well,
hard.
I've also worked
to
part-time
do
since the day
debt-free.
I turned 18.
Yes.
so.
You've been saving for this. You knew that you wanted to go to college and you did it smart. Now, for those of you who maybe are thinking about going to college, like I've heard many people say, especially in the older generations, that college is not what it used to be, and I would have to agree, even though obviously I didn't live in those in that generation. Like in the 70s, you should be able to come out of college with a degree, and people would hire you because that was all you needed. You finished school and you did well, and you got an education, and you get a job. That's not how it works now. All you
Nowadays-
need is a good, hardworking, what would you call it? Like
Work ethic.
Work ethic. Yeah, and you can do whatever you want. you don't need a degree. So, anyways, that's my
Yeah,
2
but
cents.
something I was gonna bring up is like because people do gap years, and there's nothing necessarily wrong with a gap year as long as you're not just sitting there doing absolutely nothing.
Yeah.
Yeah,
When
like,
you're on that gap year, figure out kind of okay, maybe this is something I want to do, or get some ideas about what you want to do down the road.
Oh yeah, because I took a gap year, but I was working during my whole gap year.
Yeah.
It's not like I
Yeah.
worked the whole time.
Right.
And another thing, and Shmev, I know you would agree with me. If you're like us and you love sports and you really, really enjoy it and want to be good at it, and maybe you are good at it, try out in college. There is nothing stopping you from doing a tryout.
You can walk on.
Do it because you love it, and do it for as long as you can, because after it goes away, you will miss it forever. I didn't even get my senior year. That was COVID for me. And on top of that, I got this gnarly little scar that really messed up my senior year, and I regret every moment of it, not doing more to try and get back
Right.
on the field.
Right.
It's a big bummer. So if you're an
Right.
athlete, do it.
Yeah. All right. Well, next question
Wow.
is
That's good.
Yeah, we
though.
went deep
Yeah.
into that first one.
so. What are things? It can be little or I don't know, whatever else. But what are things that just makes you cringe that people do?
Okay. I think I make people cringe.
Oh yeah.
Why?
It's not the other way around where people make me cringe because I'm just in a constant state of cringe. I think I make people cringe.
Why?
I don't know, Presley thoughts, my mannerisms, my interactions. I could go on.
You do things that you like. You try to be comical, and then sometimes it doesn't quite come out the way you want it to, and then
But
you
that's
just
why-
sit there in silence.
That's why it's funny.
and it's funny.
He
yes.
sits in the
Well,
awkward.
that's why
yeah.
he's on the awkward tapes.
There you
I
go.
like how you put that. You sit in the awkwardness.
Yes, you know it's awkward, and you just sit
Like,
there and let it soak
You really
in.
do.
As a Presley thought, I'll sometimes
Take the longest.
take the
pause.
longest
This
pause
is what
before
you do.
saying
You ready?
it.
I want
ready?
you to experience.
You edit the TikToks, you
Yeah.
know.
I'll let you experience. You'll be like, all right. So if you think about it,
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
It's
you
the
sit there
long-
and
Oh.
wait. And I'm like, get to it.
Yeah,
Say it.
what am I supposed to think about?
It doesn't have me on the edge. It has me like cringing. Like,
Go!
just say it. Maybe you make people cringe. You're right. Because I never thought about it. That made me cringe.
Like you ever been in a gymnasium in school and they have a moment of silence and it's just so awkward. Everyone's sitting there. That's what it feels like.
Just like
I'm
collective
guilty
silence.
though
yeah.
if I feel awkward though.
yeah.
Something that makes me cringe is, like if you're talking to someone and they're making a joke or something and they think it's funny, but you just don't think it's funny, so you have to kind of like play along with
Like
it.
a fake laugh.
But then they just keep going with the joke and keep going even more, and you just have to. It's just like, that makes me cringe so much because I don't want to fake laugh, but I feel like I have to.
Oh man.
Oh gosh, Leighton, what makes you cringe?
Okay, here's one. When couples they say babe
Oh.
all the time. Like,
Yeah.
hey babe, can you grab that for me? Hey babe.
Sure, babe.
Sure, babe.
Thanks, babe.
Babe.
Like all the time.
That's more how they
That's,
say it.
That gets
Babe.
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 It just kind of
Thanks,
gets on my
babe.
nerves.
You know what makes maybe this is more of a pet peeve than a cringe, but you know how people will finish their sentences like this?
Yes. Oh my god.
No, I hate
That's
that, and it's
terrible.
every single time.
No, that's cringe. It is.
Like they're hanging on to the very last
Oh
word.
my gosh!
almost-
yes.
It's almost like, have you guys watched? Oh god! It's almost like,
so
have you guys watched? And this is the actual name of the TV show, Schitt's Creek. Have you
Oh,
guys
yes,
watched it?
yes,
yeah,
yes,
it's
yes.
like the Alexis girl
Oh, I
from
don't
Schitt's
remember.
Creek. She's the main character's daughter.
Oh yeah. Yeah, she's like a
she'll be
valley girl.
David, and because David's like the
David.
because David's like the brother or whatever. It has some funny moments in the show, but it just reminds me of that from that TV show.
No, hey.
Oh gosh,
You do that a little too well.
Yeah.
a little too well.
I know. It's a little scary.
Kind of the opposite of what Shmev was saying. People who can't sit in silence.
Oh.
The ones who constantly feel like they have to
Actually,
fill
yeah.
the void,
Yes.
so they keep talking. I had a teacher like that once.
maybe.
Would not shut up. And like I'd be on the verge of chiming in, because I social awkward, and like I'm about to say something, but then he would just keep going. It's like, and then the whole class, I end up not saying anything.
So it's the kind of thing to where they dominate the conversation because they don't want to be awkward or whatever.
Yeah.
But then in turn, they don't let anyone else.
I'll tell you
talk.
what else too. You ever had someone that like you're in a conversation, and as soon as like you finish your statement or whatever you were gonna say, and they just sit there and look at you and just kind of nod like. And you're waiting for a response, but then they just keep sitting there making eye contact.
So then you're
doing that.
wondering, am I annoying?
That, but something else.
Yeah.
We know someone that does this. Is when you're having a conversation with with someone, and they like look at you and they mouth the words as you're saying it.
Yes.
Like say the awkward tapes.
The awkward tapes.
That
you
Like at
notice
the
that?
end.
yeah. Like they mouth out the very last word.
Why?
They look
Why
like
does that bother you?
They're trying to see what you're gonna say. It's like
Yeah.
just stop.
If-
You're
yeah.
distracting
That
me.
makes me uncomfortable.
If you get, maybe you just haven't gotten in one of those conversations with someone.
Maybe
but
not.
It's uncomfortable.
Oh.
Okay. Here's another question. This is a weird one, but it's kind of funny. So you know how like dogs and cats are like just the normal, just like animals
Pets?
you have as pets. Well, if they weren't like a thing, what animals would you want to bring in to just be just like the normal pets?
Wait, it could be anything, and you
Anything.
could just
Oh, I know
domesticate
yours.
it.
Yeah.
I know
well,
yours.
everyone.
I know yours.
I mean,
What
do
is it?
It's a polar bear, man.
Baby polar bear.
I want my polar bears. You know how like he can have his own Coke bottle and everything. I'm gonna put him on a raft on my like swimming pool that I'm just deciding that I have now, even though I don't.
All these
Yeah.
attractive people come out of nowhere and just have a dance party.
No, I don't know. I just want my polar bear. My polar bear, and it's gonna be a mixture of like adorable, and you can cuddle with him, and he'll kill anyone I want him to. Like he's just gonna be.
That just
He's a
sounds
bear.
like that just sounds like my brother's dog Ruger. Honestly, like, a little bit.
Ruger's a sweetheart.
But-
he just tries to be fierce.
Raccoons, man, those are the cuddliest freaking creatures.
Raccoons.
Have you cuddled a raccoon?
If you could domesticate raccoons, which people have done, they are the cutest freaking animals.
Okay. I will say the babies are super cute because they'll almost play like peekaboo with you, like they'll cover their
Yeah.
eyes.
Oh man,
I would
either
do a
that
lion.
or
A lion?
No.
Ooh.
that thing is enormous.
If it
So are
wasn't
polar bears.
threatening, yeah,
That's fair.
Yeah, if it wasn't threatening, oh, that'd be so cool. You have a lion in your backyard.
I want like a red panda.
Red
that'd be
panda.
cool.
Oh, why are they called red pandas? I never got that.
They're red.
They're red.
Thank you. What about them is close to a quote unquote normal panda?
They look just like pandas.
Are you serious?
I think they're
They
a
look
little
just
different,
like pandas.
but
They're just not fat,
I-
and they're a little smaller.
Now
Sure.
I'm confused.
Leighton,
It's
I
in
know
the same
that Leighton, I
family.
know that this is editing for you, but can you please put up a picture of a red panda
Yeah.
versus a picture of a normal panda? I know it's more
By
editing
the
for
way-
you, but you have to. Yeah, that's a red panda.
That's
Does
a
it-
fox.
oh, never
Does
mind.
that look like a panda to you?
wait.
Does that look like a panda?
Yeah,
see?
I'll
Never
put a
mind.
picture.
Yeah, that
Okay.
that doesn't
Yeah.
look
Put up
like
the
a panda.
picture.
Okay.
Yeah.
that right there.
Turning Red made it just. By the way, Leighton, I watched that movie, Turning Red.
Yes.
Worst Pixar movie I've
Yeah,
ever seen.
it's
in my life.
horrible. It's not a good
terrible.
movie.
I've never
It's-
seen
It
it.
is so bad.
It's horrible.
It just came out.
Turning red. What
Turning
is that
Red.
about?
It's like, it's like this girl who I think her family's like Chinese or something like that. They live in Canada, but she's just like this normal teenage girl in the early 2000s is when it's based.
It's a cartoon.
At Pixar. So yeah, it's animated.
okay.
And so when she gets mad, she realizes like she turns into this just panda, this red panda.
Oh, I've seen the commercials for that.
It can be mad or sad or whatever, and she like hates it at first, but then she realizes it's like a family thing that went back generations ago, and then she ends up like using the panda to use at parties and make money off of because people think it's cute and people think it's really cool. I don't know.
That's
weird.
not good.
I lost interest about halfway through. I finished it, but I did not like it.
All right,
All right.
so Presley, I'm curious about what your domesticated animal would be. If anything could be a pet for you, what would you pick?
This is kind of a letdown, but I can't think of one.
Out of any animal, it's not like in the sea, it's not a bird, it's not on land, it's not a bear, not a lion, tiger, oh my, wrong order, I don't care.
Cheetah.
Do you want a cheetah?
Because they're fast.
But you can have that's pressure to always have a house with a yard.
Yeah.
In this
And then what if they
hypothetical
get out?
fantasy
They're
where you
gone.
can have
You're not
anything as a
catching.
pet, you're worried about the size of your yard.
Yes.
Just pretend that you have the correct environment for said animal.
Say a panther.
That's a good one. That's a good one.
Okay, that's dope.
I don't know.
That's a cringe thing in mine too, by the way.
That's
Saying
dope.
dope.
Dope. I don't know why.
Same.
I would say another one of mine would probably be if someone could find a way to make chinchillas nicer, that would be cool.
Yeah.
Because chinchillas are cuddly and adorable.
Okay.
All
Next
right.
question. You wake up as Batman.
Yes.
What's the first thing you do?
I am gonna go beat the crap out of civilian with no consequences.
That's not Batman. Well, I guess you're Batman, so it's up to you.
Wow.
I would make sure that I don't have bat nipples on my costume.
Oh, man.
For those of you who don't know what we're referring to, and you're like, why did you just say that? There's some Batman movies to where the costume was very questionable, and they decided to put nipples on Batman. We don't know why, but they did.
I just saw one.
What?
Harley Quinn.
Yeah.
Oh Lord.
Yeah.
I'd ask
He'd
her
go.
out.
He'd go immediately to Harley Quinn. I would just like go to Commissioner Gordon and just be like, "All right, what's going on right now?" And then I would just try to the whole day. I would just be Batman and just be everything I needed to be from Batman. Figure out crimes and go and do
Yeah.
the Batman stuff. Oh, good.
I would just do the Batman
Oh,
stuff.
if I'm
Yeah.
Batman,
Whatever.
then that means I'm a billionaire. I'm gonna go like buy my favorite car and drive it.
You wouldn't want to
Why?
be anything Batman is.
You
Just
would-
Bruce Wayne.
Well, I mean,
You wouldn't want the. He's got the Batmobile.
What about the suit?
Oh.
And all
Again,
the-
check for the nipples.
grappling
Dude.
of the-
I want the suit from Arkham Knight.
Arkham Knight. Yeah, that'd be a cool one.
Be sick.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd do something similar to Schmev.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That,
something's in the way.
You
copyright.
okay? So we are not getting into the situation I'm about to describe, but of course, you know the Johnny Depp whole thing right now. We're not.
I have strong opinions.
And we won't
don't
share
care.
them.
But you know, obviously, I think Disney came out and said that he wasn't going to be Jack Sparrow anymore or
Yeah.
whatever.
Which I didn't realize that franchise was still going, but
Apparently,
know.
the fourth one apparently sucked. Anyway,
there was a fifth one that wasn't all that good.
Yeah, but what actor, any actor, would you recast as Jack Sparrow?
All right, so who would I recast as Jack Sparrow? Oh, that's a really hard one, a really good one. I mean, one of the first things that comes to mind, just because I know he's such a good actor, is Joaquin Phoenix. Especially since Jack Sparrow's starting to get a bit older, I feel like it wouldn't be, or Johnny Depp at least, Jack Sparrow, whatever. I feel like the age, whatever, wouldn't be all that bad, and just Joaquin Phoenix, he's one of those type of actors where you could throw him in any situation and it would work. Because it can't be one of these like huge, like really like hunkier big guys. Like I feel like Jack Sparrow, like he's strong, but he's more like slim. He's not like this muscle on muscle type of person.
I got one.
Who you got?
Okay, think about this. Jim Carrey. when
I
he
was
was
just
younger.
thinking that.
That would be hilarious.
He
It
comes
would
out
be
of
so
retirement.
funny.
Yes.
That'd be amazing.
When he was younger, like basically in Ace Ventura, but like as Jack Sparrow.
That
Just
would be
that
so
weird,
funny.
crazy energy.
That could work.
Oh, it would just
I'll tell you what would be kind of interesting is to see Tom Hiddleston as Jack Sparrow. He might
that'd
be
be
able to
good.
play that well.
I was gonna say Robert Downey Jr.
Oh,
Well,
yeah,
someone else
he might
from
be able to do that.
someone else from the Marvel universe, maybe like Benedict Cumberbatch.
Oh wait, from no,
Doctor Strange?
Yeah,
He's Doctor Strange, yeah.
Yeah.
That's
That-
Sherlock.
I don't
There's
like
a
him.
lot of people that could play him well, but just
Okay.
not like Johnny Depp.
No, not like Johnny Depp. Well, I think that the franchise
Oh, dear.
should be over. Maybe it's just me. Oh, Schmev.
Hear
what-
me out.
Okay.
I just want y'all to think about this. Isn't like a serious answer. I just want you to think about this.
Okay.
It's Jack Sparrow, but it's played by Kevin Hart.
Oh, that's
That would-
funny.
dude, I would go to see that movie. I would.
Could you imagine that
That'd be so
man
funny.
would just walk around that ship like, did you just say that to me?
Now, what I would love is if they tried to play it off like Johnny Depp and Kevin Hart were the exact same Jack
exact same,
Sparrow.
yeah.
Like no one acknowledges any difference.
He runs like Johnny Depp does too.
Wait, no. Look at this. I got a jar of dirt.
Oh my god.
Now, my real answer was going to be, okay, this is a little random.
Yeah.
Imagine, because he's not really an actor, but he's a night show host, Jimmy Fallon.
What? Really?
Jimmy Fallon.
I
I
don't-
know that he did SNL type stuff.
I
but-
don't know why.
Yeah, I guess so.
I don't know why, but I just think that would be cool. He has, because the Pirates of the Caribbean movies, I haven't seen them in a while, but they're kind of like those movies to where they're funny, but they don't seem like they're going to be funny.
Yeah.
Right?
And is that
What?
Jimmy Fallon
Hey.
to you?
Yeah.
Do you want to
I
know
don't
something?
know.
I've never seen the movies.
Wow.
I haven't
Oh
either.
wow. Well, the first one is definitely worth watching. Admittedly, that's the only one you kind of need to see. 2 and 3, they're not bad, but they're definitely nowhere near the first one. 4 and 5 are just you
Bad.
can skip those.
Will Ferrell.
I will say,
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
Will Ferrell couldn't play that role. He plays every single role he plays is always the same.
Yeah,
But
Will Ferrell probably can't do
I
that.
will say this. Oh man, I just lost my thought. What were we just?
Well, I'm glad you were
going
gonna say that.
Imagine Adam Sandler as Jack Sparrow.
Oh.
Oh no,
Nah.
no.
No, that's another funny one. That's
Dude,
not.
wait, you just said Will Ferrell's the same in everything that he's in?
He's similar.
There's a new show he's completely different in.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it was the show with him and what's his name?
Paul Rudd.
Paul
Rudd.
Rudd.
Yeah, it was him and
Yeah.
Paul Rudd, and Paul Rudd was
He's
his like
very-
psychiatrist or
The,
psychologist.
The quack next. I'm not getting that right.
Yeah, it was
The Shrink Next
The
Door?
Shrink Next Door.
Yeah.
That show was not half bad
That's not
actually.
bad.
It was interesting.
He's more of a serious. Well, actually,
It's almost
serious,
completely serious.
sad,
Depressed a little
depressed.
Yeah. Oh yeah, he gets
role.
basically
Very
Will
different.
Ferrell gets manipulated by Paul Rudd, who's his psychologist. It's not
Psychiatrist?
psychiatrist also gives medicine or drugs,
Yeah.
and I don't think he did. So he's his psychologist,
Just
but
call him his Samuel.
his Samuel. If you know, you know. But no, that was a good show. Shrink Next Door.
That's an
And
interesting question.
I remember
though.
what I was going to say now. When it
Okay.
came to the Pirates of the Caribbean movies, the third one, the CGI was so ahead of its time. I feel
Well,
like.
At the time, that was the most expensive movie ever made. The third Pirates
Oh,
of the
wow.
Caribbean. At least, I mean, now it's been surpassed. I'm pretty sure, but
Oh,
at
it's
the
gotta
time, at the time, it was the most expensive movie ever shot or
Wow.
ever made. Whatever.
All right. You can inflict one minor issue on your enemy. What do you choose?
I want there to be a rock in their shoe every time they go to put shoes on.
Wow.
That's a good one.
Or when they eat a bag of chips, I want one to stab the roof of his mouth.
No.
What I would want is like the oven either always like it's one of those ovens to where you put something in the oven and it's just not cooking. You're just like, man, why isn't this cooking? And you put like chicken in there and it's in there for like an hour. Then you wait 5
Yes.
minutes later and it's like burnt.
Yes.
It would be their oven is just the most frustrating oven of all kinds. So they have to eat out every day.
I just
Yes.
want to make their voice just really high pitch for some reason.
Oh, it's almost like
this all the time.
it's
They
almost-
can't control it.
It's almost like
oh
how
no.
Jamie has my sister Jamie. She's kind of described that of Tim Tebow. How Tim Tebow is like this big guy, and he seems like really
Massive
manly.
dude.
Yeah, he's like this
he
massive
just-
dude. Seems like a big guy, but then
Just
his
talks
voice.
Like this. Yeah.
Then he kind of talks like this. And,
He's
you know.
such a cool dude.
No,
though.
he is a
I
very
would-
cool dude. He like that's not a diss on Tim Tebow. He
Oh,
seems like
yeah.
a cool dude. Just it is always funny how it does seem like he should just have a much deeper voice.
Yeah, he. I went to one of his like seminars that he did, and it was really great because they were trying to stop like human trafficking, and they had like all this money you could donate, and all the tickets went towards it, and it was really cool. But like when he went up and like spoke, that was amazing. He was a really
Yeah.
cool guy.
What about you, Presley?
I forgot the question.
You can
Minor
inflict
inconvenience.
one minor issue on your
yeah.
enemy. What do you choose?
Every time they get out of bed, they step on a Lego.
Oh, that's cruel. That's cruel.
That's
That's
a
the
bad
most.
one.
Yeah, Zach said the rock in his shoe. That's not as extreme as a Lego. I just want their oven to be broken.
Like if they have
infuriating.
one of those
That's rough.
glass bottle Diet Cokes, you just can't get the cap off.
Oh man.
Oh,
Oh.
When they
I
when
got
they
two.
go to open their drawer, they can like just barely open it. They can see inside, but they can't get to it.
yeah, they have to stick their whole hand in there somehow. And
Every
fidget
time they go
around.
for their stapler that they didn't buy, it's in Jello.
You know, speaking. Oh my gosh.
Good reference.
Good reference. Speaking of the glass Coke bottle thing, the other day I was hanging out with my buddy Caleb. Shout out Caleb. And he bought one of those. I think it's like a Carritos. Is that what it's called? Like one of those Mexican drinks. Yeah. And he got me one. And he's like, "Hey, bro, can you open these?" And it was like, it wasn't a twist off. It was a what do you call it? You needed a bottle opener.
Oh.
And so I was like, "Oh, hey, watch this." And you know that trick where you put your the edge of the bottle on and you smack it.
Yeah.
Well, I did that. And the entire glass bottle broke, and I got like, actually you can still kind of see I got like 3 shards in my hand.
Oh,
Wow.
gosh.
I still drank it though. It was good.
How did you drink it?
It was like it was like half broken, and there's like sharp edges. And water.
He just
were
licked it
drank
up
it-
off the ground.
So
Yeah.
About
you
to
drank it
drink.
with the sharp edges, even though a piece of glass could have fallen off and gotten into your mouth.
Hey, live life on the edge, man.
That's
No,
not the
that's-
type of
that's
edge I want
not
to live
the
my
edge.
life on.
Leighton, what was yours?
Okay, so I have 2. One is like,
Your eyelid being pulled. What?
well, no. One is like just having really bad allergies because mine recently have been horrible.
Yeah.
And so,
Yeah.
oh man,
Just
it is
about
a
every
pain.
podcast you've had some issues.
I know.
Yeah.
It's very odd timing, but that one
You must-
and what?
You must be allergic to one of us.
Maybe.
Hey, you might be allergic to Maggie because her hair gets all over
Oh,
me.
I definitely am. But oh
Probably
well.
smell her
Second
on
one
some
is to burn easily outside, get burnt.
Oh, like it's sunburnt?
Yeah, get sunburned.
That's not the way I took that.
Oh,
I thought them
Oh.
just on fire.
Oh, that might
that's
be-
not minor at all. That's
Yeah,
a big deal.
yeah, that doesn't sound very minor.
No,
But
it's
you two
sunburn.
go good together between you can't look at the sun, but then if you go outside, you still get sunburned.
Yeah.
I wish that the inner tag on every T-shirt they wear is oddly scratching the back of their neck,
Yep.
And
they
it's
can't-
really hard to get off.
Yes.
And whenever they go to take scissors to get rid of it, there's always just a little bit left. Just
Oh yeah,
enough
there's like a
to-
little nub, and it somehow makes it even more infuriating.
I like when they
Yes.
started printing them
Yes.
rather than the actual
Oh,
tag.
it's so much better.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
All right.
Wow.
All right, we got time for 1 or 2 more, right?
Yeah.
All right.
How do you blow a chance with your crush in 1 sentence?
Ooh. Wait, I think I got this.
Okay.
I feel like it's on the tip of my
I've
tongue.
always been watching you work. I don't know, some creepy and soccery.
So,
Is this the conversation? You just don't know how
my
to talk
mind
to
went blank for like the 12th time today. I am so tired. Oh my gosh. Someone else answer this. While I think of mine
So
again.
let me set the scene.
All right.
You see this girl you've been talking to. You've had a couple interactions, right?
Mhm.
In a group of friends.
Yep.
Where you're like, you ran into her at a coffee shop and y'all talked. Well, you've run into her again. And you're like, okay, we have enough ground established. I'm gonna go. This is my shot. How do you blow it?
Oh, I thought you were answering the question.
No, he said he's setting.
Okay.
I'm
the
setting the
scene.
Okay.
setting
Here,
the
Shmev,
scene.
I feel
That's
like you'd
the
have a good
scene.
answer to this.
You're thinking about something.
Yeah. Well, I wasn't thinking of it in that scenario, but I was just going to be like, saying something like, yeah, you're not as needy as other girls I've talked to.
Oh, yeah, one of those like backhanded compliments
Yeah.
and mentioning other
Right.
girls.
Yes.
You do not compare
No.
other girls to a girl you're talking
No,
to.
or like
You
your
don't do that.
ex.
You know, you're not as
you are
annoying.
Way prettier.
Yeah, you're not.
You are way prettier than my ex. Can we please get together?
Oh my gosh.
Oh, here's one. You don't even say anything. This would be something I'd do. You walk up to her, and then like you forget what to say or you don't know what to say, and so you're just standing there and she doesn't see you, and you're behind her, and then she turns around and you've just been like staring at her, and then you don't know how to have the conversation,
Yeah.
and then you forget how to word, and then she drops her coffee, and then you go to pick it up, then your hands touch, and then you like back into something else or somebody else passing behind you, and then you like go to get some napkins, but then you just make the mess
Has
even
this
worse.
happened?
Presley, are you
Has this
speaking from
happened to you?
experience?
No, I'm just playing this out in my mind.
That's
right
so
now.
descriptive. It sounded like you're telling a story.
No,
Is that?
No,
no, I'm
happened,
dead
yeah.
serious. This hasn't happened.
Sorry, I forgot again. All right, Shmev.
Well, I was just gonna say, if you were saying to her something like yeah, I just haven't had luck with any other girls. I hope you work out. That just makes her think like, well, what did you do? You know,
And
what was so
also,
bad about you?
Yeah, I hope you work out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What a great romantic way to say it.
Wow, it is so much better when they talk back.
Oh gosh.
Oh no.
There's a lot of directions you could take.
Yeah,
that.
I don't like that at all. No. No, all right, next question. Yay, next question.
I think we're good on time, actually.
Oh, okay, that was the last question. Awesome. Cool.
Presley looks
so
uncomfortable.
distraught.
It's just my face.
How to blow your chance with Evan.
Yeah, literally.
Well,
Well, 1,000 subscribers.
and Murchie.
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 It's a Murchie.
Tune in Wednesday,
Merchie.
please.
Remind me. I'll tell you later. So, yeah, thank you guys for coming back. This is episode 24.
Remind me to remind him.
Yeah, this is episode. Join us for episode 25, which will be out the Wednesday after this. Remember, we're doing two podcasts a week now on Sundays and Wednesdays. So I don't know when you're going to be listening to this, but hopefully you're still enjoying them. Yeah, thanks to the Ducks for joining us, as they always do. Join us on episode 25, but until next time, thank you for joining us for a session
Of
of
awkward.
awkward.
Awkwardness.
Oh yeah.